Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today, as you can see in the background, I've got my Neo Geo MVS 4-slot arcade cab. This actually has a 1-slot motherboard in. Please check out my Neo Geo MVS video that I put on my YouTube channel a while ago. It's got a 1-slot motherboard in. Long story behind that, mainly because the seller that sold me the arcade cab, he wanted extra for the 4-slot motherboard, and because they're prone to developing full, I decided not to purchase that for the additional money, and I put a 1-slot in this arcade cab. This is Metal Slug 2 running on there. I was just having a go with that. Fancied to go on a Neo Geo game. Haven't played it for a while on this arcade cab, so I thought I'd play that. You can probably see at the top there, the screen colours are still a little bit off, like they were in my overview video that I did of this MVS cab. I still need to play around with that. I think it's because I've got my Sega Astro City over there, and it's interfering with it, the magnetism or whatever, or the location in the room. When I had it in another location in this area, in my study area, I didn't have that problem, so I need to play around with it. But anyway, doesn't bother me for now. I just put it on every now and then and have a play on it. Really love having this cab. I love the Astro City as well, but to have this was fantastic. But anyway, what I want to talk about is Neo Geo Mini. You may have seen my video previously, and I mentioned about the dent in the box. Yes, I still have it. The company here in Australia did offer me a full refund and offered return postage as well. However, we did come to a deal for me keeping this unit in the damaged box. They discounted the price, gave me a partial refund. We agreed on that. They're really good. They are a good company. I've used them before in the past. I will use them again in the future. Customer service was excellent. They got back to me straight away. So thank you. That company was Oz Games. Brilliant. We'll use them again in the future. I've used them loads in the past. But yeah, I'm going to do an unboxing and review of this unit. Just give my overview and my opinion on it, basically. Really looking forward to opening this. Had it for a while now, obviously. But yeah, so let's get this open, guys. Okay, guys, let's have a look at the main box now. I think it's quite nice, apart from the little obviously dent in the corner of mine. You've got the Neo Geo logo there, Neo Geo Mini International, SNK 40th anniversary. On the side you have again the legacy lives on, little picture of the Neo Geo. The other side says it includes 40 Neo Geo games. Check them out. Incidentally, this is the international version, so the Japanese or Asian release had slightly different games. There were a lot of the same games on there, but there were slight variations. I believe that focused more on the King of the Fighters games, whereas the international release was the Metal Slugs. But again, yeah, you've got the age rating down there, 16 age rating. On the back, we can see all of the games listed there, 40 Neo Geo masterpieces. So they're saying all 40 games were Neo Geo masterpieces. I love all Neo Geo games, so I'm not going to argue with that. But anyway, there you go. And it says here what's included is the console, the power cable, 2 meters, 3 stickers, decoration stickers, and an instruction manual. So anyway, yeah, let's open up the box. Okay, so inside we have the instruction manual. So quite a thick booklet, but it has all of those languages there. So and that's it for English. And seeing as that's the only language I can speak, we'll put that aside. Okay, we also have this little box. Let's have a look what's in here. Okay, looks like we've got some stickers. Looks like there's 2 lots in there. Let's just open this up. I think these are the marquee stickers. So, yeah, got that one. The traditional marquee cards. On the original Neo Geo MVS arcade machines, you had these little marquee cards, which you may have noticed on my actual MVS 4-slot arcade machine. So say for example this was on the 4-slot arcade machine, you'd select your game to play, so for example Metal Slug, and that would actually light up on the actual arcade machine. So yeah, I'll probably put that actually on the Neo Geo Mini. And there's a Neo Geo SNK sticker there, so put those to the side. What else do we have in here? Okay, we've got the charge cable, so it's just standard. That goes in the back of the Neo Geo Mini, and that into a USB device. You could plug that into the spare USB socket on your laptop or PC to power it, or a power brick, which they kindly do not supply, I suppose, to cut costs, and they assume that everyone already has them, but yeah, a bit lazy, but there you go. In the box, here we have the machine itself. Okay, so buttons actually feel quite good. Don't think they're too bad. Got a nice feel to them. Don't feel like proper arcade buttons on a full-size arcade machine. You've got the these labelled up. Don't know if you can see that, but D, B, C, and A. Start, select. Blue select, start is yellow, and then the joystick. Yeah, that's quite moves around quite a lot, that joystick. It's an analog joystick actually. We'll come on to that in a minute. You've got the LCD screen. That's actually quite a nice screen. It's not widescreen like they usually do on these devices. It is a 4:3, so correct aspect ratio. You've got up here where you put the sticker, the marquee sticker. So that would go up there. So I just let that focus. That would go there. On the side, you've got another, actually, no, that's not actually a sticker. I think that's imprinted on there. That's quite nice. And imprinted that side as well. The colours of this I'm not too impressed with. I do prefer the Asian release, the Japanese release, for the colours, to be perfectly honest with you. This, I don't ever recall the arcade version, the MVS version, being this colour, so I don't know why they chose it. Okay, there you've got a one-player joystick to plug in the joypad. On the other side, the two-player joystick, joypad connector. Stereo speakers by the look of it, one here and one there. The SNK logo, again imprinted in the plastic. SNK power button, that's quite nice. HDMI cable to connect to the TV, HDMI out. That looks like that's a mini HDMI cable. I'm not sure if I have any of those. They don't actually supply them. You can actually buy the official Neo Geo Mini HDMI cable, but it's quite pricey. Seems to sell out everywhere, and I'm not paying all that money just for a cable, so probably just use a generic one. Not sure if I actually have any, so I will have to look for that or purchase one. You've got the headphone socket there, and there you have the where you plug in your power cable. So really struggling to focus, guys, at the moment for some reason. So yeah, the unit, it's yeah, fairly decent weight. I don't have any scales handy, but yeah, fairly decent. The build quality is pretty good. Underneath tells you that it's HDMI, tells you what that stands for. Just a few bits of information there. Rubber feet. I've seen other YouTube videos, the screws to take this apart are underneath these rubber feet. I've got no interest whatsoever in taking this unit apart. I want to keep it intact. Yeah. So anyway, we shall, I think we'll power this, this device on. Okay, I've just powered this on. If you notice, I've stuck on the marquee card as well. Lighting's pretty bad in here, but if you can see that, pretty good. Machine boots up. If you look around here, it's a nice LED. I quite like that, to be honest with you. Okay. See if I can get a bit closer to the screen, guys, so that you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, here are the games. Metal Slug. Metal Slug 2, Metal Slug X, which is a remake, not a remake, but a fixed version of Metal Slug 2 really, and they made some changes. Metal Slug 3, Metal Slug 4, Metal Slug 5, King of the Monsters, King of the Monsters 2, Sengoku 3, Magician Lord, Blues Journey, Shock Troopers, Shock Troopers Second Squad, Robo Army, Cross Swords, Mutation Nation, 3 Count Bout, King of the Fighters 95, King of Fighters 97, King of Fighters 98, King of Fighters 2000, King of Fighters 2002, Art of Fighting, Fatal Fury Special, Real Bout Fatal Fury, Guru Mark of the Wolves, Samurai Shodown 2, Samurai Shodown 4, Samurai Shodown 5 Special. I love this game, 5 Special. Last Blade 2, World Heroes Perfect, Kazuna Encounter, Ninja Masters, Top Players Golf, Super Sidekicks, Football Frenzy, Blazing Star, Last Resort, Ghost Pilots, and Puzzle, and that's the 40 games. So you can go into settings. So, okay, you can change the languages, but obviously keep it on default. You can adjust the brightness, the volume. Goes pretty loud. Okay, so B is back. Help, copyright information. I like up here as well, you have the Neo Geo logo, that's a nice touch. And also the menu of this, I quite like how they've got all the games. It's quite basic, quite simplistic. And if you guys have got the SNES Mini and the NES Mini, it looks like they've copied that layout, which isn't a bad thing. But I have pre-ordered the PlayStation Classic, and not too impressed with what I've been hearing about that, but I'm still going to keep my pre-order. And the menu on that, the interface does not look as good as this, and subsequently the SNES and NES Mini. But start and select. Okay, that's what I was just in anyway. Okay guys, I think I'm going to just check how these games, how they actually run, how they actually play. So, trying to focus. Not the best way to film this, but okay, you've got the options. Level normal. Can up your lives. Okay, you can change the languages. Got the MVS level there, which would be insane. Normal. Credits. Let's start this. Actually looks really good on the screen, guys. Buttons. Yeah, it looks really good on the screen. Probably doesn't do it any justice. Me capturing, me filming this on my phone, to be honest with you. Sounds really good. Okay, as expected, the version of this game looks to be the censored version. Well, not the censored version, as you'd expect. The exactly the same as the just the international release of this game. I think the Japanese had the blood. Oh, no, not doing too well, guys. It's quite difficult actually filming this and and trying to play it as well. But looks really good on the screen though, really good. for that. Oh no, it didn't move in time. I'm quite impressed with this. It's quite fiddly to play on this control stick. Pauses it. How do we go back? Exit. You can save your game, load it. Let's go to exit. It goes back pretty quickly. Let's try King of Fighters game, seeing as there's so many of them on here. The sounds though and the graphics, I think it's quite accurate. I mean, obviously it sounds a little bit different because it's coming out of this small unit. Let's press the start. We'll do single play. Okay. He's got like a dragon punch move. Just want to test the different moves. See how this actually plays. Okay. Can do the just trying the special moves just to see how easy or difficult it is to do on these on the joystick. Surprisingly, seem to be able to do them. I died there. Let's use the shoddy gameplay. Yeah, definitely. You come out of the games quite easily and quite quickly. I'll tell you what I'll test now, guys, is move this to the side. I actually picked up two of these as well. So yeah, I actually got two of these. So let's open these up. Only need to open one up anyway, but they're both exactly the same. I went for black mainly because that's the colour that I was used to. Okay, again, comes with instructions. All the different languages. Don't really need that. Turn it up. And yeah, here we have the controller. Now this looks exactly like the original Neo Geo CD control pads. except obviously the connector there, if that will focus. And again, yeah, this feels really, really loose. Yeah, exactly the same as the, well, looser than the actual control stick on the unit. And when I say loose, it's not gated at all. It doesn't have the micro switches in, is what I meant to say. Neither does this. And what that actually was on the original pads, and the original pads for the Neo Geo, they had the micro switches on the actual, you know, the joystick, whether you had the arcade stick or these joypads. And that just, it gave a clicking noise, so you knew exactly where you were moving the joystick. So if you were doing the fireball motion, it would give the click, and you could pull the moves off perfectly. So yeah, I know a lot of people are unhappy about this, so I'm going to test this pad and see what I think of it. But I'm not impressed so far, and to be honest with you, I did struggle a bit on just the main unit using the stick. But just to, I think I've got a pad here. Okay, so this is the original, a little bit faded in colours, but this is the original Neo Geo CD pad, if it's going to focus. There we go, and as you can see, I mean, for a start, for some strange reason, they've changed the button layout. Select and start are still the same, but yeah, they've changed the location of these 4 buttons. I don't know why they've done that. It also has exactly the same, it has these arrows pointing to the different directions, but it's kind of pointless on this because you don't have the micro switches. So, you know, on this one, it's going to focus, you know, fireball. I just wish that I could plug this control pad into this machine. I am used to these micro switches, just the noise that it makes, and just being able to pull off the moves. So yeah, that's a little bit disappointing, to be honest with you. Just nothing, but yeah. And if I think I have here the arcade stick for the Neo Geo AES. So yeah, this is pretty big, this one. So yeah, this is for my Japanese Neo Geo AES. And if you listen, the micro switch is exactly the same. I mean, pull the moves off. Yeah, so why they haven't put the micro switches in, I think, in the new joypads for the Neo Geo Mini, I don't know, is it laziness? I know they've said that it's difficult to produce the micro switches, but that's a pretty lame excuse, to be honest with you. It's just laziness. So yeah, anyway, I'll plug this in and we'll see how we get on. Okay, let's try some Samurai Shodown 2, just to test the moves. Certainly very loud. I've got no problems with the audio or the visuals. The screen is lovely. Let's just skip that. Oh, okay. I can actually do the moves on this, guys, which I'm shocked about, because I've seen some people on YouTube doing some videos of this who said they can't even use, they can't even do the moves. So I suppose a little bit fiddly to play, but yeah, I can do the moves both sides. Oh no, how could I have lost, how could I lose that? Let's have another go. Yeah, I can do the moves quite. In fact, I prefer playing with the control stick over the. Sorry, this. I prefer playing with this joypad over the control stick. Oh, it's just doing the same move on me. And I'm dead. Let's try another game. Oh yeah, I've got to use the joypad. Try a Metal Slug game. This plays really well actually, guys. I'm really impressed with this. The joypads are fine. Yes, I do miss the micro switches. Obviously I do. I love the Neo Geo, the classic pads. Why they missed out the micro switches, I will never know. No excuse for it in my opinion. It looks fantastic on the screen, in my opinion. It's not stretched at all. The control pad, or the joypad, works pretty well. Sorry guys, I'm getting a bit carried away there. Right, so let's exit from that. Oh, okay, this is Blazing Star. Now that sound there, the Neo Geo little intro, sounded a little bit off, but didn't sound like some of the other games, the start, but that might be accurate with Blazing Star. I'll have to check my MVS cartridge for that one. Oh, the visuals are superb though. I know that this video probably doesn't do it any justice. That's superb. Just going to see how this one plays, guys. If you've never played or seen this game before, it's like R-Type. Everyone should be familiar with R-Type, but it's a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up. You collect power-ups as you go to make your weapons a bit more powerful, obviously, and so that you can take the enemy out a bit easier. And then you have bosses at the end of the levels. And that's it. Beat the boss. Plays really well. The joypad is easy to control, even without the micro switches. The game looks fantastic on the screen. So I think the next thing I need to do is test this out, connecting this up to my TV. Okay guys, I've hooked up the Neo Geo Mini International version to my capture device. I've actually got it connected up to the big TV that I use for most of my gaming as well. So we're just going to test this out. Incidentally, it was a mini HDMI in the back of the Neo Geo Mini to just normal HDMI to the capture device or TV. Yeah, that's how I've got it hooked up. I've got the control pad, joypad plugged in, just to see how this plays. So yeah, this is the main menu, and yeah, as you can see, the top corner there, top left hand corner, you have the Neo Geo logo. That's a nice touch. It's quite a good little menu, simple, but reminds me a lot of the SNES and NES Mini, which isn't a bad thing. But if we go into settings, what do we have here? So we have languages. So you have all the languages that you can change it to. We'll stick with English. Sort. So you can sort by default, games or recently played. Screen. So okay, you can have it stretched 4:3. It's on that one. I don't know what this is. Might test that out. Image quality optimization is currently off, so I don't know what that does exactly. We might actually test that. Then you've got help there. Don't know what that is. Okay. It's just to interact with social media, Neo Geo and SNK social media sites. And there, don't bother with that, that's the copyright information. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's start and select his settings. Okay, English. So that just brings up what we already had, so we don't need to mess around with that. Let's go into the game. Let's just try Metal Slug. Okay, so it loads. Okay, on my screen, which is the 55-inch 4K TV that I use for all my gaming, not the best of models, but looks okay. Pandora's Box 5, which I do most of my gameplay videos on, looks fine on this TV, looks okay. It doesn't actually look great on the TV, but looking at my laptop screen on through the capture device, it looks a hell of a lot better. Drastically better. Yeah, amazing. Okay, we'll push start. Let's have a look at the options. Normal, give us language. Okay, so you've only got English and Portuguese. I was hoping for like Japanese there, which possibly would have given us the blood, because this is the international version. There's just no blood in most of these games, but we'll test a few of the other games anyway. So let's exit that. Let's start. Yeah, I must admit it looks garbage on the screen. Doesn't look anywhere near as good as even like the Pandora's Box, but on my capture device it actually looks okay. So that's very odd. So as you can see, censored version doesn't really bother me, I'm going to be honest. The joystick works fine for this game, to be honest with you. No problems. fact, it does play surprisingly well. It's just a shame about the graphics actually on the TV screen, to be honest with you.
Rocket launcher.
Okay, yeah, that plays absolutely fine, to be honest with you. It really does.
Mission complete.
So let's actually, let's turn this on. Image quality optimization. So let's put that on. Let's change the screen to the 4:3. Let's change this one as well, whatever that is. I have no idea.
Metal flow. Mission
Okay.
2. Start.
Does the picture look any better?
Metal flow. Metal flow.
I think it possibly does. I'd have to look at that closely.
Thank you. Range shot. Thank you. Rocket launcher.
Oh no. Yeah, I think we'll try another game anyway. We'll leave it on these settings. Let's just exit that start and select together and press the A button. So we've tried the Metal Slug. Let's try Metal Slug 5 just to see if the graphics are any better, as this was a more recent game than the first one. So yeah, let's press start. Let's go to the options. Let's put the heroes up. Memory cards not formatted. B button no. I don't know what the hell that means. Difficulty normal. You can't change the language on this one either. That's okay.
Mission 1. Start.
Okay. It doesn't look too bad on the TV screen, to be honest with you. I think that image optimization has done something.
do love the Metal Slug games though, as you know already guys, if you've followed my channel for a while. They're just brilliant games. Oh no! Slide move. Forgot how to do it then. Okay guys, we'll exit out of this game. Let's have a look at... Have a look at King of the Monsters. I'm rubbish at this game. I can never pin the enemy, to be honest with you. I own this King of Monsters 1 and 2 on the on my Neo Geo AES. Actually, I got them when they weren't too expensive. Okay, let's go easy. Let's just try this. Game doesn't look too great on the screen, definitely seen better. No, I didn't want to try to pin him. Yeah, if you've never played this game before guys, it's just pretty much, it's just these mutant monsters, and it's just a wrestling game really. You just beat each other up and try to pin the opponent, and then progress through the levels. You pick up these power rifles. Oh no! Really tough to pin the opponent though. Well, I find it is. You can destroy buildings and all these other things. Oh no, I'm getting destroyed here. Okay, let's try another game. Just want to skim through these if I can. Sengoku 3. Okay. I love the Sengoku games, or Sengoku, however you pronounce it, but they're all very, very different. There's 3 of them, as far as I'm aware, on the Neo Geo, and they're all very, very different games. Let's pick the big dude. Let's do easy China. plays quite well, as you would expect. Again, I'm not sure whether the Japanese version of this had the blood. I'm pretty sure that it did. So again, we've got the we've just got the censored international version. Okay, let's try another game. Go to the exit. Magician Lord. Yeah, really difficult game this. Well, I find it really difficult. Sometimes that Neo Geo initial logo and tune just comes across a little bit off to me, but I'm not sure whether it was like that on some of the later games. I'm not sure. I'd have to dig out all of my original cartridges. I do have this, I believe, on the MVS, so I might have to check that. Okay, let's. Again, doesn't look too great on the screen, guys. It looks better through the capture device, if I'm going to be honest. Oh no! Oh, well, that was a lame effort. Wasn't really concentrating, but. Yeah, I don't know why they made this game really difficult. Yeah, you can turn into other like beasts and things, which makes the game slightly easier. But it's got great graphics and everything, but they just made this game far too difficult, in my opinion anyway. There's probably people out there that would disagree. Go in the doors. Oh, day off. Right. Oh no. Anyway, let's exit that. Blues Journey. Not sure if I've ever bothered to actually play this game. Oh no. Ah, you can pick them up, that's right. go in the little houses. Oh, look at this, a little boat and everything. Oh no. Oh, you can turn small? Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually played this game before, but or if I have, I've just put it on for like 5 seconds and thought, no, I'm going to turn this rubbish off, but it's actually not bad. Oh no, let's exit this anyway. Okay, Shock Troopers. I also own this game on MVS. I do like this game. What is there not to like about running along, gunning the enemy down? Just love games like this, I really do. Just no-brainers, you can just put them on and just chill out. Oh, you can see where I was then. Continue. Okay, let's exit that. Shock Troopers second squad. Let's have a look at this game.
We must select soldier. No merging.
Again, this is a sequel to the first game, but they've made it like totally different. As you can see, still good though. Can't beat getting in vehicles. let's try another game. Robo Army. Played this game quite a bit in the past, to be honest with you, but I don't actually own this one on the Neo Geo MVS. On the AES, it's just ridiculously expensive, as are most games, to be honest with you. And you've got this special move. Vehicles up, kill the dogs, and they join to make a big dog. Okay, let's have a look at another game. Cross Swords, that's a game I haven't played much. I don't own that game, but Tation Nation. Let's try some of the fighters, shall we, guys? Just to see if we can actually do the moves. Let's do King of Fighters 98. Just do single play, just to see if we can actually use the control pad to actually play. Who am I going to use? Yeah, again, the graphics on the screen are not very good. Look much better in the capture device. Okay. A little bit fiddly. Definitely more fiddly than it needs it to be. But I have seen online that there are some sellers already selling adapters that can plug into the Neo Geo Mini, and they allow you to plug in your, I believe it's the PS4 controllers, maybe PS3. So that would be a lot better, but not that you should need to do that. You know, if SNK had actually put the micro switches in this joypad, that would have been so much better. Even though I am doing the special moves, not every time that I'm wanting to do them. It's very, very very loose, this control pad, this control stick. Okay, let's try another game. Art of Fighting, I was never much good at that. Let's give it a go, see. Okay. Ah, I can only pick 2 characters. The thing I love about this game, and I always have, is the scaling for one thing, and how big the characters are on the screen. Where's my other punch? Okay. So do the fireball dragon punch moves, just not as regular as I want to. Yeah, very disappointing, to be honest with you. The thing I like about the this first game in the series, Art of Fighting, is they become bruised and battered as the match goes on. If you look at their faces in particular, and that's a nice touch. Yeah, I can't even do another dragon punch on this for some reason. And do the fireballs. And do the taunt move. That's just a button press. Ah, okay. Forgot about that move. Oh, bruised and battered. Right, let's try another game. It's strange as well that they put Art of Fighting on here and you haven't got Art of Fighting 2 or 3. Third one was very different. It used this motion capture, or stop motion capture, I think it is, animation, and it was really good. And the second one was good as well. But say the first one was the weakest in the series. Fatal Fury Special, Real Bout, Mark of the Wolves, brilliant game. Samurai Shodown. Let's try Samurai Shodown. Just see if we can do the moves on this. It's such a shame about this joypad. I mean, there's some people on YouTube that said it's impossible to do these moves on this control pad, like the dragon punches and everything else. You can do them, but just not when you want, you know, every time you want to. Well, I haven't been able to anyway, but let's go into the options. Okay, so USA. You've got Japan there. I wonder if that would give you blood. Let's leave it on USA. Just see. Okay, do the dragon punches Japanese, which is the yeah, I can do the special moves on this game. Oh, I didn't even look to see if there was any blood. Let's have another look, and then we might go and try and change that option, because I think if you change it to Japanese, yeah, it's green, isn't it? Green blood. Is that right? Oh no. Let me hit you. Yeah, green, isn't it? Look at the green. So let's exit. Go back into that. Let's change it to Japanese. See if it makes any difference. So we've changed it to Japanese. To pick the same character. Aha! We have red blood. So, not sure whether you can do that with any of the other games. Okay, let's try and exit out of that. They didn't put Samurai Shodown, the first in the series, first Samurai Shodown game in the series on this Neo Geo Mini. Yeah, it's quite disappointing. But you do have Samurai Shodown 2, 4 and 5 special, which is really good. But let's have a look at that quickly. Japanese, so you've got Japanese on that as well. So let's can't do his red blood, guys. Brilliant. Okay, let's flick through this. So that's good to know. Last Blade 2. Don't actually have this game yet on the Neo Geo MVS. AES, just forget about it. It's just so much money. But I do own the first game in the series, Last Blade, on the Neo Geo MVS. That was in my arcade cab until recently. So let's do options. Language. Japanese. This character. This character always reminds me of the old school martial arts films, or the I think it was the Wong Fei Hong series with Jet Li. Films that he started off doing, really good. Yeah, again, I can do the moves. Yeah, Once Upon a Time in China. That was the series with Jet Li, wasn't it? Saw all of those. I do love this game. It's really good. This dude, he reminds me of something out of Shogun Assassin or Lone Wolf and Cub, whatever version you watched. Okay, I think I'll exit. So let's have a look. World Heroes Perfect. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, let's use Ryan. Oh, sorry, Hanzo. But yeah, this was basically a blatant Street Fighter ripoff, in my opinion. As were many of the games at this time. Okay. Do the moves, which are Fireball, Dragon Punch, and Hurricane Kick motions. If you need any more proof that this is like a Street Fighter. Oh. I was never much good at this this game, to be honest with you. Never much good, never any good at this game. Okay, let's Kazuna Encounter Super Tag Battle. Now this is the game that I believe is the sequel to, is it Savage Reign? I own that on the Neo Geo MVS, and I own this Tag Battle on the MVS, but to get a copy of this on the AES, just absolutely just forget about that altogether, because I've heard that the original copy of this on the AES is the most expensive Neo Geo game. It goes for thousands upon thousands, but I have it on the MVS, exactly the same game. So yeah, I like that. Like having that, owning that game. Japanese, let's always set it to Japanese. I don't know whether it makes a difference to most of these games. It did with the Samurai Shodown. Gave you obviously the red blood. Okay, let's use a Joker and Gordon. Gordon and Joker.
Thank you.
Really big sprites on this game. The game doesn't look great on the TV, but looks okay through the capture device. Okay, you can do the special moves. You can actually tag over to your partner, your colleague, teammate, whatever you want to call it, when you're in the special tag areas there, like the red area. Okay, yeah, that plays alright as well. Ninja Masters. Let's look at this one. I don't think I own this. No, I don't own this on the MVS. Another one that I need to get. Let's just exit that. Let's have a look. No, I don't even think I've played this game. How bizarre.
勝負第一戦開始
How do I get hold of her? Oh, leaping double hammer punch move.
第二戦開始
Oh yeah, spam this move now. Okay, I'll have to play that game some more at some point. I've never played that game. Oh, Top Players Golf. Why on earth did they put this golf game on there? Because there's another good golf game, isn't there? What's the name of it? I play it all the time. Neo Geo Turf Masters. Is it? Or Neo Turf Masters? Anyway, I play that game all the time and it's absolutely brilliant. But yeah, Super Sidekicks again. there's a Super Sidekicks 2 and Super Sidekicks 3, so I don't know why they went with this one, unless they just wanted to stick with the original games, but then they haven't got the original Samurai Shodown on here, so it doesn't make any sense. But let's have a little go of this one. I'm rubbish at the sports games, but let's just see how it runs. Yeah, let's just... Okay, let's do England.
Exhibition game. England versus Korea. Kickoff.
Okay, not really sure what I'm doing there. Oh no! That's not a good start, is it? This just highlights my football skills, guys. I've got no interest in football. I love watching sports, but football has never been... Oh no! How lame was that? Come on, fouling. Oh, look at the moves that he's got. Graphics aren't too bad on this, actually. Okay, let's see if we can do a bit better. Oh, right, I think I'll exit that game while I'm behind. Football Frenzy, another one, American football this time. I know absolutely nothing about American football, so...
First quarter. Ready for play. There's the kickoff starting the first quarter.
The hell? Oh.
First down.
Damn it. I was trying to kick the ball.
Ready, break.
Oh no, fumble, whatever that means.
Ready, break. Outstanding. The Bisons have the ball.
And that's Football Frenzy, Blazing Star. We played that actually on the, we tested that actually just playing off the unit, but let's try it on the TV. I do own this one on the Neo Geo MVS.
Get ready.
Oh, crashed into the ground. With this game, if you manage to pick up most of the power-ups, life can be a lot easier. The big one is closing in. That means the boss. That is Blazing Star. I do love this game. I've played this one quite a bit, to be honest with you.
Get ready.
Okay, Last Resort. Not sure I've actually played this one. I certainly don't own it. This is like, I suppose, an R-Type game. Plays okay on the joypad, which the shoot 'em ups do. And also the sports games played fine on the on the joypad, as did the side-scrolling beat 'em ups. It's just the one-on-one fighters where you have to pull off the intricate special moves that are the problem, I would say. But yeah, that's fine. Ghost Pilots. Let's have a little try of this. I see. This is like, I suppose is it 1942? Similar to that game. So you just travel vertically up the screen and just shoot everything and get taken out. I wasn't even looking at the screen then, guys. Ah, you've got missiles. Certainly helps. Okay, let's puzzled. They put a puzzle game on here, so yeah, let's we've tried everything else, haven't we, really? I'm not going to try all of the games on here, guys, but I think I've given an extensive look at most of the games on here. What's this like? Tetris, is it? Okay, so little puzzle game. So yeah, guys, this is basically Tetris. Okay, so yeah, that's basically Tetris. So yeah, those are all of the games played through, well, majority of them played through the TV and connected to the capture device. Okay, guys, I just want to test out the save function. So if we save the game, no data, so we'll save it to there. You've got 4 slots there. If we go back, now if we go to exit, then if we go back into the game, then we load our game. Puts us straight back there with exactly the same lives and credits and everything else that we initially had. You can probably see on the screen, guys, that you've probably noticed that you've actually got credits. It's not on free play. You can't actually change that. To be honest with you, you can't change that, set that to free play, just like you were pumping loads of coins into the arcade machine or whatever. And as this is meant to be a mini arcade machine, like the arcade version of the Neo Geo, it's a little bit odd. They've given it the credit system, just like the home versions, the AES versions. Where you generally had 4 credits, but yeah, it's a little bit annoying, to be honest with you, but they have obviously tried to think of everything, and they put they've given you the save function. How do I get off of this? That
Heavy machine gun.
and the save function, you can automatically, you can manually save whenever you want during the game, and then that will put you back to exactly the point where you saved it, with all of the lives that you had when you actually saved the game. or if you actually use up all 4 of your credits, it will actually give you the option to save the game. So when you start a game, it will then give you the option to load from that actual game. But so if I test it out here, if I actually use up all my credits,
Heavy machine gun.
so let me just die and I'll show you. Okay, so can't continue, got no continues left. It should give me the option to save. So we'll go to save. I don't know what this means, save OK. And if you start another game, so game starts, okay. Data load, yes, load OK. Choose our character.
Marco. Mission 1.
Puts you right back to the start of mission 1. And I've noticed this previously when I was playing, because I got to the final mission of Metal Slug, and the final mission is quite difficult, to be honest with you, and so I died and I saved it thinking it was going to put me right back to where I was before with all my continues. Well, it put me to the start of the final mission with all 4 credits. Now, you know, you'd think that's enough, but the final mission of Metal Slug and some of the other Metal Slug games is really, really difficult. And to even do just the final mission with the 4 credits, I found extremely difficult. So that was a shame, really, that it just doesn't put you back to where you actually died, but for some reason it doesn't. On most of the other games, this isn't really an issue, like the beat 'em ups and everything else, because you know, 4 credits should be enough to actually defeat each of the opponents. But you know, if you don't know all the levels inside out, you're not the greatest at them, you know, the Metal Slug games can be really, really difficult, then you know, that can obviously be an issue. But there might be a way of continuing where you left off, I don't know, but I have tried all the options, and this is all I could do, to be honest with you. So yeah, it is a little bit of a pain, but anyway guys, yeah, I wanted to share that with you.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed my unboxing of the Neo Geo Mini arcade machine and my review and the gameplay footage. Really was so excited about getting this machine, really looking forward to it, and to be honest with you, it has lived up to my expectations of it. I only wanted it as an official SNK Mini arcade machine to sit on my computer desk, to plug in, put headphones in, and actually just play some games, and that's what it does. It does exactly what I wanted it to do. Yes, people have complained that it's not completely portable. I know people have modded these things and put internal rechargeable batteries and things of that nature, but I'm not bothered about that. It's just going to sit on my desk or my shelf, and then I'll put it on my computer desk when I want to play it, and that's absolutely great. The screen is great on there, looks absolutely fantastic when you're actually playing it on the unit itself. Really bright, really good quality, correct aspect ratio, and it's absolutely great. Yeah, I love the stickers up here. It's a shame it didn't light up like the official arcade machine. it's a shame that the colours weren't like the traditional arcade machine that we all sort of know and love, and that we remember in the arcades. I don't know why they chose these colours, but you know, it is what it is, and they did. So yeah, it's just unfortunate really that they didn't do the traditional colours, but anyway, also it's not really like a mini arcade machine, is it? It's like one of them, one of those bar top arcade machines, I think they are. But yeah, overall I'm pleased with the build quality of it. The screen, like I said, the buttons, the actual menu interface on the device itself. The negatives, obviously the control stick. You know, they didn't put the micro switches. It's been documented all over the internet. You know, YouTube, other YouTube videos, YouTube channels have said about this and said that that ruins the experience, and to a certain extent it does. For majority of games, that's the shoot 'em ups, the side-scrolling beat-ups, absolutely fine. It's just for the games that require the intricate movements like the Dragon Punch and Fireballs. Fireballs, as you could see, I was okay. I could pull them up pretty much virtually all of the time. It was the Dragon Punch movements and more complex movements like that. It was difficult and fiddly, to say the least. So you couldn't play like how you know you can play in the one-on-one beat-em-ups, for example. The joypads that plug in, again, the build quality was great. Why on earth did they change the button layout from the original layout? And I showed you guys that I've got the original Neo Geo CD control pad. They changed the button layout on these on the joypads for the Neo Geo Mini. Again, no micro switches. I mean, come on, it could have been perfect if they put the micro switches, but you know, they didn't. But there are third-party devices that you can actually buy, you can purchase, that you plug in, and you can use modern control pads, like I think it's the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3 controllers. So I might actually attempt to get hold of a couple of those. But yeah, other negatives, connecting it to the TV screen, the picture quality wasn't great off the TV screen. Comparing it to how I do most of my gameplay videos through the Pandora's Box 5, which again isn't perfect, it wasn't even as good as that, to be perfectly honest with you. I did put the optimization on which did improve it a little bit, but it looked a lot better through my Elgato capture device. It really did. The picture quality was a lot better, so hopefully in the gameplay footage that you see in this video, it'll be a lot better than what I was seeing on the screen. But there's a bit of a disappointment. So if that's why you're buying it, to connect to your TV, you might want to reconsider. There are better options out there to play the games that way, connected to your TV. You just want it as a little mini arcade machine. It's absolutely great, and I highly recommend it. The game selection is not going to please everyone. Due to licensing, I think it was. You know, they couldn't put some of the games on there, from what I understand. It would have been great if they had the whole Neo Geo library on here. It would have been perfect. The whole Neo Geo library and the micro switch is absolutely perfect device, but it was never going to happen, unfortunately. You know, and that's just the way it is. But you can't please everyone. On the international version, which is this version, I've got the you've got the Metal Slug series. Focuses on those games. I love the Metal Slug games, as you guys know, so that was absolutely great. There were some strange ones on here, like Neo Turf Masters should have been on there, the golf game, instead of Top Player Golf, and Art of Fighting. They put the first game on there. You know, really, the second and third were better. Samurai Shodown 2 is a fan favourite anyway, but I would have loved to have seen the original on there as well. There are some other omissions which should have been on there. Baseball Stars 2, you know, even if you don't love Baseball Stars, everyone loves Baseball Stars 2 on the Neo Geo. But anyway, you can't please everyone. But yeah, I mean, I absolutely love this. Incidentally, guys, not sure if I've already said, I've put a screen protector on there. I didn't buy the tempered glass one. I bought the just the film screen protector. Really easy to install. Put it on there. Got it. Just got it online, and yeah, put that on there just to protect it. I'm a bit funny with devices when I get them. Always have to put screen protectors on. I think that's my OCD, to be honest with you guys, but not a requirement, not necessary, but just thought I'd mention that. But yeah, overall, I really love this device. The sound's great. I love nothing more than to put this on my computer desk, hook it up to my laptop, which powers it, turn it on, plug the headphones in, and I just sit there playing it off of this, and it's absolutely great. You know, you can save your games as well, which I mentioned in the gameplay part of the video, but I did highlight that the save system, because you're given credits, it's like the home versions, the AES versions of these games. For some reason, I don't know why they didn't just do the arcade versions where it was on free play, but for whatever reason, the ROMs that they've used, they've given you credits, so you have your 4 credits. If you die, when you die, gives you the option to save. Then when you start the game again, gives you the option to load that save and effectively start from the level where you last died with your full 4 credits. It's great for most games, you know, the beat 'em ups and everything else. That's absolutely great. But for some of the games, in particular the Metal Slug games, especially when you get to the final levels, they're really tough. And 4 credits, you know, unless you're an expert or really good at games in general, 4 credits to do some of the last levels on Metal Slug, it isn't a lot of credits. You know, you'll just die, you know, death after death after death, and really difficult. Well, I found it was anyway, but maybe that's because I'm just shit at games. But anyway, another thing, so it saves when you die, say for example the Metal Slug games, and you start that level again with your 4 lives, but it doesn't put you to the point where you die. So say you got to the end of that level, you got to the boss, it'll put you right back to the beginning of that mission again. So you've got to get through the whole level to the end boss again and lose all your credits again, or whatever. Well, I did anyway. So I haven't found a way around that. So, you know, it's not an issue with most of the games, but I just found it with that. But I thought I'd highlight it anyway. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope to do some more gameplay videos on the Pandora's box and other systems. I want to do other system gameplay videos as well, maybe more on the arcade machines. I want to do more unboxing and reviews. If you like what you see, please like the video and please subscribe to my channel. Okay, cheers guys.